Election campaign is at a fever pitch in Tanzania with just a week to go before ballots are cast. This week, the opposition claimed the ruling party, Chama cha Mapinduzi, is planning to rig the vote. Tanzanian President Jakaya Kikwete has dismissed those claims and in turn accused the opposition of stalking unrest before the parallel presidential, parliamentary and local government polls. Well, for more on the upcoming Tanzanian elections, I'm joined by Mwamoyo Hamza, the head of VOA's Swahili service. Hamza, welcome to Africa 54.
Thanks for having me.
It's a pleasure. Now, it's just a few days, and finally this election is coming up. First, share with us, how is the mood on the ground? And I know there have been a few unfortunate, tragic events that have taken place in the last few days.
The mood is of general excitement. This has been one very competitive election campaigning period, and it appears that a lot more Tanzanians are involved in this election. They are more interested in it. They are listening to the candidates. They are attending the rallies, and so there is a huge sense of expectations on Tanzanians. There are, as you say, there have been some tragic events happening. Just last night, a helicopter went down in southern Tanzania. In it was a member of parliament for Njombe, I think, in Tanzania, and he passed away, plus the pilot. So,
that's so sad.
Yeah, so there have been those kind of tragic events.
Yeah. Now, for some, Tanzania election has not generated a lot of interest internationally in the past. If you were to tell somebody, why is this particular election of great interest, or why should it be?
It is of great interest because the opposition, for the first time in Tanzania, has a realistic chance of winning the elections. Mm-hmm. Tanzania has been doing elections every 5 years for the past 50 years. Even during Mwalimu Nyerere's period, there were elections every 5 years. There were one-party election, but there were elections every 5 years. So it's an exercise that Tanzanians know well. But there has never been a time when an opposition had such a good chance of winning the elections than this time. That's why there's so much interest in it.
And now, in terms of what's on the agenda, is it so much about the person standing, or are there specific issues that endear this opposition candidate or the opposition parties to the voters?
They are both. On the opposition side, there is the issue of personality. Edward Lowassa, who was a former prime minister, and he defected from the ruling party and joined the coalition. And he brings a different kind of charisma, and he has been able to galvanize opposition members. His public rallies are just, huge.
Yes.
But on the other side, the incumbent CCM, they have fielded John Magufuli. As we cover the campaigns, we find out that CCM is selling Magufuli himself as a person more than
the party.
The party. And because Magufuli has a reputation of being a hard worker. So their most common slogan in Swahili is hapa kazi tu. This is just work.
Yes.
So there is that kind of personalities on both sides. But it's a very, very competitive election.
Anytime there's an election in an African country, there's always tension and this apprehension that there might be violence. Do you get that sense on the ground?
Yeah, that has always been there. But a lot of people are hoping and praying that it won't turn into any kind of violence. Tanzanians, they pride themselves as very peaceful people. There has never been, anything close to, national violence or, that kind of thing. But hey, you don't know.
This is a different time.
Yeah, it's a different time. It's a different kind of elections.
Yeah.
Everybody has to be on guard.
Yeah.
And the Tanzanians themselves, I think they have to will themselves that they want this thing to be peaceful. And if it goes peaceful, this will be a major achievement in Tanzania's democracy.
And a great example for East Africa too. Thank you very much, Hamza, for sharing this thought with us. Mwamoyo Hamza is the head of VOA's Swahili service.